On a day when Prime Minister Modi spoke of putting Rashtaniti over Rajniti, unfortunately there are more instances of those in opposition ranks undermining the country, seemingly for political expediency. Actions of two state governments have ignited a debate over federalism and constitutional overreach. In Kerala, the Vijayan dispensation has assigned the charge of a function called external coordination to an IAS officer. The BJP has equated this with the state appointing its own foreign secretary and encroaching on centre's prerogative. In West Bengal, the BJP is up in arms over Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's remarks that the state would open its door for refugees if required. And it is not just the Saffron Party. Bangladesh's foreign minister has objected to this offer, calling it misleading. And opposition seems to be a repeat offender when it comes to undermining India's sovereignty. In 2022, TMC wrote to the Vatican. The letter spoke of Assam Church survey, calling it state-sponsored persecutions of Christians, asking the Vatican to take up issue at the relevant diplomatic fora with centre. In 2021, Rahul Gandhi said, and I'm quoting, "We don't hear anything from the US establishment on India," unquote, and sort of foreign nations' view on what is going on here. In 2019, Mamata Banerjee wanted the United Nations to hold vote over citizenship bill. The list is long, viewers. Let's quickly open this up. GVL Narasimha Rao stays on, RSN Singh, Lokesh Jindal, Vivek Srivastava, Professor Monojit Mondal joins the panel, and Sushil Pandit stays on. Vivek Srivastava, those who chant Jai Samvidhan can't make the difference between what the states can do and what the centre has to do?
No, absolutely not. We know what we are doing, and all the alliance partners of the India Alliance know what is the Constitution. Sri Rahul Gandhi flashed the copy of the Constitution to you on the day one of the Parliament session, and that shows the tone and the tenure that we are going to follow. As long as this unconstitutional government, which is standing by appeasing a few states, is in power. That is how it is going to be. And if you are talking of Bengal, it is very clear we are a great nation. We have had a past record of helping refugees. Helping somebody take refuge doesn't mean giving citizenship. There has to be a dividing line. And we have been fighting against Trinamool Congress in Bengal. That is a different issue. But over here, you need to understand what is the issue and why it is being raised.
1 minute.
That
when
is very
you
clear.
say, and that doesn't 1 minute. When you preach that the centre does not follow the spirit of federalism, what spirit is this? Are the powers not divided? Should the states now get into external affairs? Should Mamata Banerjee, if she wants to give refuge, should it not go through Delhi to Dhaka? Or will now Kolkata decide what is to be done?
She was just... No, Kolkata cannot decide, Kerala cannot decide, Punjab cannot decide. Nobody, no border state can decide, that is very clear. Because the Constitution says that the security of the borders lies with the central government. We are very clear about it. Nobody is saying it. But people have a right to give their opinion, to speak up in their own meetings.
This is free speech, GVL Narasimha Rao.
Stop it.
This is free speech. Why is the BJP and the centre so outraged?
You see, under union list, any issues concerning foreign relations can only be dealt with at the Government of India level. And this issue really has been objected by Government of Bangladesh. They objected to the comments and observations made, statements made by Ms. Mamata Banerjee. And she certainly transgressed the line. If individual states start deciding on the line and take individual decisions with regard to accepting refugees, I think then it will become a free-for-all. Under Constitution, certain topics, certain subjects, including defense, including foreign relations, these are completely in the domain of the central union government. If Mamata Banerjee wanted to make any suggestion, she ought to have in confidence spoken to somebody in the foreign ministry, not to make independent statements. This is not a sovereign state of Bengal. It's a state of it's a state within the sovereign
Mr. Mondal, answer
India.
that question.
She cannot individually decide. She must actually retract her statement.
What is there to answer? I mean, you people have distorted Mamata Banerjee's versions. Mamata Ji had very categorically stated, this is not in my domain. And on top of this, she just spoke to the audience saying that if your relatives are suffering there, any students who are studying in Bangladesh are suffering there, they might come, your relatives, your in-law, not permanently, not even as refugees. And if some people are adhering to Mamata's, suggestions and humanitarian appeal, will they come jump over the fence? No, certainly not. What are you talking about? There will be excise clearances. There will be borders which are certainly manned by the government of India. This is much ado about nothing. People have been doing it for the last 3-4 days.
The Bangladeshi foreign minister is on record to say that this comment...
Because BJP is...
this comment...
BJP is...
1 minute. This comment can create confusion.
Does not
that
matter.
Dhaka is in touch
does
with
not
Delhi.
Matter. I have known. I have seen what he has talked about. It has got nothing to do with any kind of diplomatic wrangle, because Mamata doesn't hold that brief for saying this, what she has said. In fact, she herself has said this. In the beginning of the speech, this is central government's domain, but this is just a humanitarian appeal.
Then Professor Mondal, the larger question is this not the betrayal of the larger spirit of Samvidhan? That is the question, because we've seen a lot of Jai Samvidhan slogan and nothing wrong with it. It's only that you must follow it in letter. You must follow the slogan in letter and spirit.
I tell you, BJP is stop now. BJP is a party of anti-constitution and anti-Bengali, and they do not follow what is preached in the constitution, secular, democratic principles of this country. They don't follow it. That is a party that is just anti-constitution, anti-Bengalis.
Okay, this was about the TMC and the left.
Colonel RSN, in the friendly neighbouring country.
Colonel RSN, I'll bring you in. Before that, Lokesh Jindal, Priyanka's tweet on Gaza has come under the attack of the BJP. The BJP is calling it an example of selective outrage, selective condemnation.
Gaza, and it is being condemned worldwide. Small children are dying. When the Prime Minister can go to Russia and he can raise the issue of innocent children dying in Ukraine, why this form of an attitude towards Gaza? In Gaza, don't we have children? Or children's plight in Gaza is not same as that of the Ukrainians? And why Priyanka Gandhi took up the issue of Gaza? Because the Prime Minister is selective in his dealings. When he says that he feels sorry that children are dying, then he should also feel sorry for the children dying in Gaza. So rather than holding Priyanka Gandhi responsible or being selective, you should ask this question to the Prime Minister. That why such form of a selection and why this form of a...
Okay, GVL Narasimha Rao, respond to that, then I'm bringing in RSN Singh.
No, you see, whether it is Congress or Trinamool Congress, I think they look at even international issues through the prism of vote bank. For us, issues concerning human tragedy, any part of the world, this government has always been considerate. This government has expressed its strong opinions about it. But for the Congress, Trinamool Congress and India coalition, they only see it through vote bank politics. They are actually wanting to signal message communities here only to firm them up as their vote bank, which is what we object to. We don't look at this. We look at human tragedy. We look at any kind of excesses in any part of the world. We condemn, we criticize. But the Congress and Trinamool Congress have a clear
appeasement policy. RSN Singh, how do you see this? You have the last word on the show.
No, just quick points. When you say external envoy of a state of Kerala, see the larger picture. That means he is sending a message that he does not believe in nationhood. And a leader vying for the chair of the Prime Minister, he went to Cambridge and he said that India is not a nation. It is an association of states. तो जो आदमी नेशन में नहीं बिलीव करता है तो उसको आप क्या कहेंगे? उसको आप एंटी नेशनली कहेंगे ना? And this, about Bengal, let me tell you, every time Sheikh Hasina has cracked down, the Jamaitin Mujahid, Bangladesh, Al-Qaeda, all these fellows have found, foothold here. They have been provided bases in Bengal. और आपको ये नहीं है तो थोड़ा just Google
how many attacks JMB has carried out in, as far as Bengaluru. They have their bases in West Bengal. I'm giving you certain facts. And this Priyanka's this Gaza, guy, see the timing. The timing is, Kargil Divas. Because the Israelis had come to our assistance in a big way at that time, in a very, very critical help provided by them. और आपको इतना दिल आपका पसीज रहा है उनके लिए, गाजा के लिए, तो भाई आप Priyanka should use her good offices and get those hostages released. What are the Palestinians doing with those hostages? Who did the
one can tweet about the sufferings 1 minute. Let's not discriminate on the basis of suffering, but in the same post there could have been a mention of the hostage crisis. That mention was not there. This is the second tweet. There was another tweet a few weeks ago.
It's a war going.
We've run out of time, gentlemen. I thank you for joining us on India Upfront. The news are coming up with Navita Kumar on the other side.